Okay, so welcome to the first episode of my new talk show about League of Legends. Working title at the moment is going to be Summoning Insight. MonteCristo is going to be the other main host on this show. But luckily you are an expert, and I don't give a fuck if people don't think I'm an expert. So that combination should be allow us to get some.
It'll be great. It'll be great. It'll be perfect. I was particularly excited because KT Bullets, it's not really a secret. I love that team.
Everyone knows that Froggen and Flame are still the best at their positions. And if you say otherwise, I will concoct an elaborate strawman argument to explain and beat you down till eventually you just give up and say that they are. So that's the format of the show.
He just goes off and roams. He loses 20 CS, he doesn't care.
Blowing your mind, right? It's 20 CS, bro.
Special Worlds Group Prediction Bonanza. That's quite a mouthful there, but there's a lot to talk about this time. So the plan for this show before
I prefer to call it the prediction orgy, thank you.
Do they peel your eyelids back and make you watch videos of good manners?
I'm reformed completely. I'm a positive member of the community.
I'm like, hey, maybe it's a compliment. I'm like, well, wait, this is on Summoning Insight. There's got to be a catch.
No one knows who runs Gambit. If we ask Edward now, he won't tell us who runs Gambit. He won't tell us what country they're based in. He won't tell us what the hierarchy is above him. Anything to add to that, Edward?
Little English.
You know, I spend hundreds and thousands of hours doing analysis for League of Legends, but really I just want to be remembered for my one-liners.
Thank you very much for having me here. I'm a...
Okay. Yeah, where was I going with that? Where was I going?
I mean, I ask you that question all the time while you're talking.
I don't usually know myself, man. I'm not steering
I
this
know
train,
you
okay?
don't.
I'm just looking at the back.
My name is Loco, and I'm the coolest guest that Summoning Insight has had.
Some people like to think of him as the worst support that CLG ever had. Other people like to think of him as the fourth best AD carry that Frost ever had.
What?
You know.
Okay, I'm off.
And
Let's all go
get
down
much
together,
better than
boys. Let's all burn in the fire of TSM wrath, or be showered and cleansed by the delicious saltwater tears that will rain down upon us.
Hi, I'm just here to be biased against TSM. That's what the fans tell me.
The guy in the red is MonteCristo. He's the coach for the shittiest team in A, and he's the caster for best league in the world.
So you wouldn't say Coast was a terrible team to my face, right, Monty?
Coast was a terrible team, motherfucker. I feel like when I talk to people who are China experts, I feel like I'm in an alternate universe. I pretty much just have a pre-recorded voiceover of the word rotations, and then I just let it roll, and I just collect a paycheck, you know. The people who get excited about TSM are the same kind of people who get excited about anime titties, okay? Which is that...
I just don't like you idiots on social media. And I think it's funny to mock you.
No, fuck that shit, man. Fuck SK Telecom. I'm tired of seeing it. It's so bad. Why would you do that in a professional match? Please explain this to me.
I'm not a representative of Riot Games.
The guy in the black is with the shitty looking beard. The neck beard is Thorin.
I'm Thorin. I'm back again. You can't get rid of me. At this point, I'm actually untouchable. I think of Thorin as sort of like a demonic entity that I allow to possess me. If a team like TSM is to get brutally slaughtered in the way that they were by Samsung White, then that will actually placate the demon with a blood offering for a while, you know.
He knows nothing about League, and he's just riding his Counter-Strike wagon all the way up to League.
No one ever gets into anyone's ass in the jungle anymore, okay? The jungle is not about asses, it's not about getting into them, it's not about depth that you get into asses, there's no measurement factor there. Speaking English, he's like, I like the rotations, hot shot GG, the best. Whatever he said to him, right? Damn one, your chance for a dynasty ended in the fucking finals last year. Khan blew the whole thing for you. Khan!
Well, he tries to say stuff that sometimes makes sense, but most of the time he just pisses people off and shoots himself. He put a lot.
This isn't fucking My Little Pony. The power of friendship doesn't exist. You win in the game based on plays. Reggie sends us regard. Bay life, bitch. When you're bay for life. Tell Chaos we still got him.
I've gone from being like he plays badly to I actually think he's an idiot, mate. Reggie's a bit of a twat, isn't he? Chapter 4000, you know.
Literally, I thought about making a gif of this, because he's like...
So last week, people complained. What a fucking shocker that is. I mean, I had to stop for a second.
Welcome to Summoning Insight, everyone.
TSM is dead.
Yeah. Ooh, quite a sharp taste.
So the witch is dead. Ding dong, the witch is dead. The witch is dead. The witch is dead.
Quite a cutting, decisive victory.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. The witch is dead. Oh yay!
How you doing, Loco?
I'm good. What's up, Thorin? What's up, Monte? Maybe I'll coach TSM just to spite you.
Wild Turtle's like Gohan from like Dragon Ball. Like
Monty's very familiar with that series. Keep going. He gets the reference.
Just despite me.
Yeah.
No. You are spiting TSM. Please go coach.
Monty, just think about it.
Why am I spiting TSM?
You know this.
That is the best. That is the best idea.
You know this.
Wild Turtle got really popular in season 3, and like he was really good, and some people compared him and Double Lift as the top 2 AD carries. And
he was good in season 3.
He was. That's what I mean. Like Gohan was good against Cell.
Any support I worked with has come out better.
To be fair, they have to become godlike supports if they want to get through that laning phase. They're like,
So then Majin Buu comes. Gohan's like called upon to like kind of resist against the foreigners that are influxing into NA that like Europe and Korea's bringing, and then like Gohan can't really do too much, so like fucking Lord Loco Doco, which is like the fucking Grandmaster Kai, like is like brought in by Reginald.
Exactly.
Listen, I'm gonna play 1v2.
You are the weights, right? You're the weights.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Grandmaster Kai like unlocks Gohan's potential, like with the like blessing to make a mystic Gohan, but actually all that is like the mysticism that is Lust Boy being brought over by Loco.
In Naruto, where that guy, they're like rotten. He's literally telling us to 1v1 in Monty. I think we won this now.
Alright, if they can make Vegito, they'll beat fucking Majin Buu. But before they do that, they need the Spirit Bomb.
What the fuck you are talking about?
And when like Birgerson hugged him, yeah, he was probably like, Reginald sends his regards, dude. Like, bitch, like this is what
they need the Spirit Bomb from all the TSM chants to win NA.
I think they've tried that a few times before. It hasn't always worked out.
Well, I talked, but somebody's crinkling extremely loud.
Yeah, Thorin, stop it.
Just mute the mic, you fuck.
This is a very complicated analogy.
But Monty, this is, bear in mind, our analogies are usually about a man for all seasons and shit like that. Like, this might be the only analogy the fan base actually understands on this show ever.
I quite liked the Reddit joke where someone said, "She young." I knew there was something fucked up about that guy. I didn't want to bring that up to you, Loco. I just thought it was incidental. It wasn't any kind of implication to you.
What? She young?
She young, yeah.
What? She young? Oh, yeah. Okay. Fuck you. Wow.
The delayed reaction.
Okay. Thank you for having me on the show, Thorin and Monty.
No problem.
Even though it's been pretty weird at times.
We need Loco Doku in this fucking business. You have to understand. He is like a unicorn. Nobody exists who would ever do that. I think even Loco would do it again. That is... He would. What a beautiful human being. What a fucking amazing human being.
So our guest is Crumbs from Dignitas. How's it going?
That sounds like a wet dream I had, Thorin. It's going pretty well.
This is very unusual. Most junglers apply to a 3-tier system.
Anime titties are great, but they're just a cartoon. They're a facsimile of the real thing.
But he's actually, he goes into the other jungle and then he goes into lane and hits a turret.
And even if they look super good, they look perfect, it's still worse than real titties, guys.
Very unusual here. Once in a lifetime.
You've never seen real titties. You've never seen them.
This footage is precious to the anthropological community.
Anyway. So we've got one of those color casters I described before. One of those dark creatures that lives in the shade of the glorious Lightbringer that is the play-by-play caster. It's Papa Smithy from LPL. Hello.
I appreciate the hard still, Duncan.
Vision. That's to see an enemy as he sees himself. That'd be a rare trick in this world of ours, wouldn't it?
And then he'd be like, and then some shit like,
and rotations to move around the map.
I am willing to make a bet with anybody that at least Kaboom wins one game.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay,
we're gonna take this bet. We're taking this bet from
one game.
So I think actually it's perfect that my Twitter name is like Thorin with 3 O's because it makes it seem like sort of a demonic, like goetic howl or something, you know, like but actually it has sort of like an elongated quality to it, which almost seems to shift time and space around you, and you feel a crackling electricity in the background. A baby cries out as the name is called, you know?
And once you know real titties, once you know real League of Legends, you don't want to go back to the anime titties, guys.
Whenever someone says the word cunt who's British, there's always the thing where people post on Reddit, like, you know, actually in Britain that's actually perfectly fine to just say all the time, like everyone does it. Like, that is not at all true. Like, the Queen does not wake up like, Philip, you cunt, where are you today? And then when a little baby is born and goes and gets, like, baptized, they're like, what's the little cunt's name? Oh, I bless you in the prayers of it. Like, that doesn't happen. Like, it's a fucking talk show. We don't have time. It's not called Pater Monty disciplines Thorin into how to become a proper gentleman. That would be a rubbish, be an amazing title for a show, but it'd be a rubbish concept ultimately. When you do this show, Monty, I mean, it's called Summoning Insight. I feel like in many ways you're like a necromancer, like reaching out to the spirit world. Yeah.
African proverb from that's super relevant here. It's
come on, hit me with it.
Copying everyone, the monkey eventually slices his own throat.
I love it. That is actually shockingly relevant to League of Legends in general.
I'm not going to touch that one with 10 feet.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
You are either diehard, you are just trying to be the best, or you can either suck a cock. You can either...
TSM loses to AHQ. I was euphoric at that moment. I was just like, ah.
I'm going to tell you this right now, NA fans. I don't have good news for you.
And I thought, who was the most unpopular person we ever had as a guest on this show? And so, praise the sun, because Froscorin has made her return to Summoning Insight.
Why are you making jokes on your personal Twitter account? That shouldn't be allowed. What if a player was to see that, or a child, or maybe a dog through a mirror in a Volkswagen? Like, shut the fuck up, mate. It's my personal Twitter. Are you out your mind?
They come out there and they say, our goal is to win worlds. You know, we hear that from these Western teams time and time again. If your goal is to win worlds, show the fuck up to Korea. Ditch the LCS.
CLG hasn't won fucking anything for a million years. They haven't even been relevant. As I said, their whole brand is like they're sort of the joke banana peel for good teams, aren't they? The fact that Reckless ran that guy out of town is why I will always consider that guy a motherfucking diva.
Oh, Luger, and the bullet's running through his veins. He's in a fucking team fight. You're not going to believe this, lads.
I actually think that people who have really winning mentalities do that, but okay.
Oh yeah? What would you know, Mr. Coach for camera? I mean...
So essentially, the solution to the team is you need to free Willie.
Jesus fucking Christ. Do you listen to yourself right now?
Dude, it's toxic. It's like saying you went to the strip club, the stripper got her tits out. Yeah, no shit. And that would be totally inappropriate if she worked in a fucking supermarket. But she's a stripper. You're only there to see the tits. It's literally a place for seeing tits. Let's see, because I mean, Gabby Durden. Solo queue is like going to an anonymous masked sex dungeon for BDSM. Like, you're there for something totally different. No names. It's not about real life. Yeah, you're pissing in a guy's face, but maybe he likes it. Like, anything goes down there. But when you come out of solo queue, you've got to retain your humanity again, haven't you? You've got to put the degeneracy behind you and just be a fucking productive member of society. Yeah.
Just give me what you're thinking right now.
Yeah, it actually was
true. Brutal, savage, wrecked. Luger, get out of there, son.
Oh, it's ridiculous. You know what? There's no total service on Twitch that says it's illegal to be an arsehole. Otherwise, none of us would be on this motherfucker. Why is that illegal now? When did that become an actual sin from God?
Thespian, I said there, Froscorin. He was a thespian earlier in his life, okay? I didn't want to turn you on, I think. So he was a thespian earlier in his life, okay? And so he knows how to act for the stage.
Who gives a fuck? Flip the burgers. I own the McDonald's. You just flip the burgers. Shut the fuck up.
Which would fulfill your dark needs. I mean, we're going to make like a 50 Shades of Monty, and you're like, I have my playroom over there. I have certain different, like, whatever that thing is. And they're like, oh my God, what does he mean? And then you walk in, it's just like, don't go for kills. Rotate slowly around the map. Only take towers. Like, you're perverted. This is S&M. Like, how could you take pleasure from this? Like,
no. You don't even read the Bible, do you? People watch this show. You make me sick. You're going to hell.
Well, the creme de la creme, the pièce de résistance, Thorin, was the first pick Zillion in their last game.
To lose the tournament. Lisa. This pate is too rich. I believe my liver is getting gout now. Another slice anyway. Delicious.
They're just bad. If you believe this statement is true, what the fuck is wrong with China? Like, why does the LPL operate in such a cavalier manner?
What hierarchy of values have we got going on here? Like, what is this?
The first one's like, listen, this is the size of my dick. This is what I'll do with it if you don't fucking do what I say. Like, you know, all right. I actually feel like a spiritual connection to TSM fans where their suffering pours into me like a fucking spirit bomb. So essentially, Monty, if you wanted to make it in coaching, you need to get circumcised. In your name, Monty.
How good of friends are you guys? Jesus.
Hey, listen. No, don't worry. I'm circumcised, just not in the name sense. Mental is for you.
That's what all the Twitch viewers needed.
Jesus Christ. Unlike you, Monty, I really do live up to my status as a wildling who lives beyond the wall.
Or an uncut.
Yeah.
Is this the prediction show? Was I supposed to predict that, or?
This ain't the only hood I'm wearing right now, mate.
The whole thing is just crap. It's crap wrapped in crap.
Think about how many mid laners from NA have ever been good internationally. It's Jensen, the odd Pukes, that's the end of the list. There's no Paul, there's no come on, they're all just victims. They are bodies in a body count at the back of the boss fight. There's no one else doing anything ever from that region, right?
The teams are crap, the games are crap, and the wrapping they put around them is also shit.
He thinks this is the best we've got. Homie, you're watching the LCS broadcast.
It's a shit sandwich with shit for buns.
What is the LCS? It's a meme. It's a fucking meme, Daddy. They're not going into the sub like, shit, what if Bjorkson pulls out the zillions? Like, no one gives a fuck. That's your world. That isn't the world the LPL teams are in.
This shit is only going to get worse for you.
Yes, Master. Yes. And another one, please. And next year, you will make me the king of the team. Like, give me a break. Like, because I know how this fucking game's played, homie. I played Reddit. I told you, some people play the mandolin, some people play a flute. I play fucking Twitter. There you go. I am my accordion.
Motherfuckers, if you paid money for this product, we wouldn't have to have all these ads in the game.
That's the Old Testament in a nutshell for you. God just basically... It's a bit like me. You just didn't have enough sleep one day. You got a bit triggered and you went way overboard with his rant. Old school summoning insight.
So you are shooting yourselves in the foot by not supporting esports financially.
I'll tell you, would you like to sit and get paid $300,000 a year to lose some best of ones to a good team in a video game?
You'll go like, I'll take that deal immediately. But apparently, that's fucking hard. Oh, the strain. Oh, not another scrim.
You guys will pay $20 a month for Netflix, but you'll watch twice as much esports as you watch Netflix. You're like, why would I pay for that? Come on, get your shit together.
You've forgotten who you are. You're a Korean top laner. Look at me. Look at my eyes. We are Korean top laners. We are the lineage of Shy, Flame, Macnoon, Reaper. Of course, he lived himself, you know. Some people say Marin, I don't think he's that good. I thought, fucking hell, Reaper, he's world champion. He said, listen, I don't think he's that good. He goes, you're supposed to dominate this region. You're playing in LCS. And then he brought in Darshan and he said, do you want to end up like this? And he goes, God, no. And he goes, right, remember who you are. Give me all the minions. Split pushing time.
Someone once told me a piece of wisdom that I will take to my grave. What he told me was this: pussy can drag you further than dynamite can blow you.
Snapchat sucked and still sucks.
Of course.
And
not when you were 18. When you're 18, Snapchat is the shit.
Or if you're Crepo. But anyway.
Well, that was his problem. That was exactly his problem.
What happened was one day, Doa and I show up to the studio. And they've got these special hats for us. And these hats are shaped like cones.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
The problem in League of Legends, let's be real, is a lot of the players who are really good kind of assholes.
White cones. Oh. And they tell us, can you please wear these on the broadcast? And we're like,
sure, why not? Because you're basically in a fucking prison riot at that point in time. It's not a gentleman's finesse sport, is it? It's just shivving motherfuckers before they get you, and then fucking betraying the guy next to you before he gets you. That's what League of Legends is.
We're like, no, we cannot wear white cone hats on the broadcast for KKK champions as white people. Like, we're not going to do that.
I can't trust anyone anymore, Monty. As always, people always betray me. Except you, Monty. We'll always be doing this show together, right? In years from now. The casting for this semi-final of Worlds was fucking garbage. All I'll say is this.
Back when he used to be the coach of TSM, when he won many domestic championships, he used to often stress that he actually wasn't supposed to be a coach, because obviously that holds other people. And all I'll say is this, after watching TSM at Worlds, I agree. No, obviously that's a joke, sure, but are there any sort of like downsides or occupational hazards to working with Thorin? Monty said, the thing about Thorin is, he can be very professional when he wants to be, and he can be very unprofessional when he doesn't give a fuck. So I just thought that was one of the best quotes of all time, really. I've become like, I will dominate. Watch it. He's fucking Griffin! Holy shit! What is he doing? Why is he?
But then every now and then, it's like the good Lord who oversees Riot, whoever he may be, Morello, I don't know, reaches down and just his force is felt in the world, and he lets the world know that summoning insight will always be necessary.
One of the greatest pleasures of my life has been working with you, Thorin, because you are incredibly loyal, incredibly principled, and you don't let the bullshit slide.
You idiot. You'll never get a coach as good as that again. Well, never again. I'm glad you're with me still, Monty. I love you.
I hope we have many, many more shows of doing this show, and beyond that, working together till we're both old. I would love that very much.
How the fuck did you guys lose this game? You are aware that bench is better than any fucking League of Legends team that ever played in LCS. What is that? It was a BO1 on 35 ping in the most scuffed tournament ever in a meta that doesn't exist and is artificially existing.
Have there been some times in Summoning Insight's history when maybe it would have been better for us not to release the VOD?
Yeah, I wonder.
It's
already out.
We released it anyway. We released it anyway. You know what? Because we own that shit.
If someone is actually like a defender of truth and they want like the truth to get out there, what they do is they take exactly what was said and they post it and they go, look, that's the truth. Everyone, you can see the truth, make your own conclusions. Professionalism does not mean you don't say things that people don't like. Professionalism means you do your job to the best of your abilities, regardless of how you feel that day, what your personal opinion is on the person you're working with. You just do your job the best you can.
It's the job of this show to analyze how the teams are doing right now and provide that perspective from an insider's point of view about the scene and from an expert's point of view about the scene.
Riot will never hire him, and they tried to fire him from Riot Korea. Oops, did I say that out loud? Oh, that's right. Companies don't actually support moral values and things they promote on Twitter. They just do it when it's in countries where that gets them money.
That's fucking bullshit, and that is holding esports back, and I will call that out every time now publicly.
If you know one rule about fucking business, you do not shit where you eat. You are fucking up the business right now.
That's bullshit. That's not professionalism. Buck your fucking ideas up, son, or you're gonna get wrecked on this show.
This is the only place where we can actually just tell you what's going on, because guess what? We don't work at Riot, and there's no fucking Chinese person who come bonkers on the head, is it? So no problem, don't worry about it.
This is the only place you're going to get that information. All the people come to us with that information because they want it out there. This is the only place it can come out, guys.
Yes.
You wouldn't believe the number of messages I get. As everybody gets gobbled up by foreign governments or giant corporate entities or can't talk about certain subjects, we're the place you guys can come to for some unfiltered truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, today we gather to celebrate an extraordinary milestone, the 200th episode of Summoning Insight. We are here to honor and pay tribute to the hosts of this remarkable show, whose dedication, insight, and friendship have shaped the esports landscape. For 200 episodes, these hosts have guided us through the highs and lows of esports, providing unparalleled analysis and captivating discussions. But what sets them apart is the genuine friendship and camaraderie they share, inspiring greatness and uniting us as a community. We express our deepest gratitude to these hosts for their unwavering commitment and their unwavering friendship. They have poured their hearts and souls into Summoning Insight, and we are the fortunate recipients of their wisdom and humor. Let us raise our glasses and toast to these extraordinary hosts whose dedication, knowledge, and friendship have made Summoning Insight the iconic show that it is today. Here's to 200 incredible episodes and the lasting legacy of Summoning Insight.
in general, I think we've got to a lot of topics this show. Do you have any final thoughts you want to leave people with, Monty?
I love this show. It's been a pleasure. I look forward to many more with you, Mr. Shields.
Have we had enough? Can we cut off this show now? What are we doing here?
It's done now. Come on.